Let's take a look at BlueCat's Dynamics 4, a fully featured Dynamics processor that ships in all of the common PC and Mac plugin formats. It's capable of compression, limiting, expansion, gating and wave shaping, either as individual processors or any combination of them, even all at once should you wish. It uses a dual threshold system, has several different filter types and provides full control over the detection envelope. The interface is configurable via the main toolbar. Choose which elements are displayed with the various icons. On the left are the input controls. As well as an input gain control, the filter can be used to control which frequencies are passed to the processor. Helpful for cutting those lower frequencies which can offset the input signal and cause distortion. The filter is off when the controls are set to their defaults. We'll explore the sidechain shortly. Use the oversampling to reduce aliasing issues. Choose either 2 or 4 times the current sampling rate. Dynamics has 2 processing modes, regular stereo mode operating on the left and right channels, and mid-side mode, especially useful for processing stereo material with a broad frequency range. This mode makes it easy to compress the mid-mono signal while leaving the stereo side material unprocessed, for example. In both modes, the individual channels can be disabled independently of each other. Dual curve controls allow complete control over how the processor responds to the input signal. The upper curve is typically used for compression or expansion, and the lower for gating or upward compression. Each curve has controls for threshold, ratio, depth, as well as full control over the knee shape to set these different processors up. How the curve is applied is controlled using the envelope section. Control whether the transfer curve responds to the incoming peaks in peak mode or incoming loudness in RMS mode. Better still, use the peak RMS parameter to blend the modes together rather than just a straight choice between the two. Peak response is fully adjustable using the attack, hold and release parameters, and for even greater control, use the shape controls to further adjust these attack and release envelopes. RMS response has its own attack time control too. Dynamics 4 also has dual analog type modes. There's VCA and optical types that can also be blended together to give ultimate response control. All of these changes can be monitored using the envelope view and gain reduction meter. The envelope view displays the incoming waveform and a visual representation of any gain reduction or increase. Reductions are shown in pink and increases in green. This view is adjustable for both scale and envelope zoom level. The gain reduction meter expands to a histogram view, also adjustable for zoom level and scale. The output sections has controls for adjusting makeup gain, as well as an auto compensation button. The dry-wet parameter allows the 2 signals to be blended, making parallel compression setup a breeze. Finally, the whole output signal can be contained with the limiter. This can be set up ranging from a soft clipper through to a brick wall limiter with fully adjustable release time. Dynamics 4 also ships with an extensive range of presets to get you started. Now let's take a look at the extensive sidechain possibilities. Sidechaining is the capability of using one signal to affect another. The incoming trigger signal is referred to as the source. The affected signal is referred to as the target. Use the sidechain filter to control which audio frequencies of the source signal trigger the process and affect the target signal. This is easy to set up, courtesy of the Listen facility. Isolate the filtered source signal with just a click. Helpful for triggering compression from just a kick drum, for example. The filter's off when the controls are set to their defaults. The sidechain source can either be the signal received at the main input or an external signal from a different track within your DAW. The internal signal effectively makes the source and target signal the same. The advantage of this is that the source can be filtered using only part of the signal to trigger the processor. Very handy for de-essing on vocals, for example, where it can be set up to only respond to those higher frequencies. Here, the kick drum is supplying the sidechain control to duck the bass guitar every time the kick sounds. It's using a send from the kick drum track to Dynamics 4 processor on the bass guitar track. In addition to the traditional sidechain method, Dynamics 4 is capable of creating real-time MIDI continuous controller messages. These can be then sent to Blue Cat's free gain plugin on another track to adjust the level of that track based on the input of the track that Dynamics is on. Once again, here the bass is being ducked by the kick drum. MIDI CC messages are sent from Dynamics based on the gain reduction response to the kick, and Blue Cat's gain plugin is set to receive these messages, and you can see the gain control responding accordingly. And that's just some of the capabilities of Blue Cat's Dynamics 4, the fully featured versatile dynamics processor.